My first record was on Verve, which is predominantly known for these classic jazz records. And that's certainly one thing that's influenced me over the years. But with this record, it's much more focused on the singer-songwriter in me. And it borrows a little bit from those influences and from classic kind of influences like Dylan and Neil Young and also, you know, Simon and Garfunkel and to keep our feelings safe inside. You know, a lot of pop records are recorded where everyone plays separately and then it kind of just piles up and becomes what it is. And we wanted to record as much of this record as we could live.
This time of digital recording and with all the various software that you can work with, which are fantastic to work with. I mean, it really makes making records so much easier. But it's easy to over-refine things, and I think that you find a lot of records now that are so overly corrected and overly edited that a lot of the character is taken out of record.
And Larry suggested Sunset Sound, which he'd spent a lot of time over the years recording in. One sort of look on the website and you sort of realise how much great music's been recorded in there, from the Doors to the Beach Boys, Love and Spoonful, Zeppelin, McCartney, Lennon, Van Halen. Like, it's just an iconic studio.
Looking for answers and evidence, asking all the questions, searching for clues, looking for answers to the mystery.
I think that this is a record that's written by a guy who has been through some life, and he's been through enough to write songs that are not written to be hit songs. They're written out of his own experience and out of what he's felt and what he's gone through, and I think that people are going to find some real beauty in the simplicity of the syntax that he speaks in.
Like the mix of guys, you've got Brian McLeod, who's predominantly a sort of rock drummer, who plays a lot with Sheryl Crow and does a lot of those sort of projects, and Larry Golding's on piano and organ, who comes from a jazz sort of background, and then Doug Pettibone on guitar, who plays a lot of sort of country blues. It's a really interesting blend of sensibilities, and these guys have sort of had to find a place to meet in the middle as well, you know.
Things in there that are rubbing around, that are not completely in tune, that are not completely in time, and those things kind of give a record humanity, you know.
It's sort of figuring out how to capture them in the most natural way. As soon as things start to feel like they're a production, Larry sort of instinctively wants to start to scale things back.
What I love about records, and thus what I try to do in records that I work on, is present something honest.
Just the right amount of direction without telling you exactly what to play. And therefore your personality gets to come out.
Leaving space in general and really trying to sort of crystallize your part into
something that's going to make people feel something intensely, and it's going to trigger off feelings about their own lives. And I think you only do that when you write and sing without self-consciousness or with that kind of honesty.
So that when you listen to the record, it feels like an engaging experience and not, oh, this is a nice album.
She's all for seasons. She'll change the rules, she'll change the mood, and for no good